DOGE certainly has their work cut out for them. The revelations about corruption and waste in the federal government just keep coming, even by the minute. And not just about USAID, but also about FEMA, which has allegedly been spending tens of millions of dollars on various goods and services for illegal immigrants, including housing in New York City's luxury hotels, to the tune of $59 million. Just let that sink in. Now, Elon Musk broke the news on X yesterday, saying it's a violation of the law and of an executive order signed by President Trump. However, City Hall officials fired back immediately and said only $19 million of that amount were spent on those hotels. So it's a he said, she said. But the spending is also a small piece of the pie, considering that New York City itself has spent billions of dollars on its own illegal immigrant population in the last several years. And they have also received millions of dollars from the federal government to address the situation. But in any case, such a report about misusing FEMA money flies right in the face of what the previous administration told us directly. Which brings us to a flashback of these comments from former White House Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre last October.
Disaster relief, this is a falsehood. Disaster relief funds used on immigrants illegally in the U.S. The fact is, no money is being diverted from response needs. That's the fact.
But here's my question. Is anybody really buying that? I mean, seriously. Well, discoveries such as Elon's this week are exactly why House Speaker Mike Johnson and Senate Majority Leader John Thune are doubling down on DOGE. Cleaning up the chaos is a top priority for both of them. And yesterday, Senator Thune told Axios, quote, "I think that anything that DOGE does will be factored into what we do up here," end quote. Now, their hunger to eliminate corruption is also shared by DHS Secretary Kristi Noem, who made her perspective on FEMA very clear during an interview with CNN's Dana Bash on Sunday.
If the president came to you and said, "You're my DHS secretary, do you think I should get rid of FEMA?" Get rid of FEMA, what would you say?
I would say yes, get rid of FEMA the way it exists today. We still need the resources and the funds and the finances to go to people that have these types of disasters like Hurricane Helene and the fires in California. But you need to let the local officials make the decisions on how that is deployed so it can be deployed much quicker, and we don't need this bureaucracy that's picking and choosing winners.
Hey, that just sounds like common sense to me. But the more digging DOGE does into our government, the more resistance it faces from Democrats. Every single day, there are more and more Democrats framing the mission to clean up corruption as some sort of attack on the American people and the Constitution, all while simultaneously defending absurd projects, such as the creation of a Sesame Street show in Iraq, which, by the way, cost American taxpayers $20 million. Imagine what we could do with that money here at home. And Connecticut Senator Chris Coons defended the show's creation during a recent interview with CNN's Michael Smerconish on Saturday, as if it's absolutely necessary.
This isn't just funding a kid show for children, millions of children in countries like Iraq. It's a show that helps teach values, helps teach public health, helps prevent kids from dying from dysentery and disease, and helps push values like collaboration, peacefulness, cooperation in a society where the alternative is ISIS, extremism, and terrorism. And to your point, it's pennies on the dollar.
But it's not pennies. That's the thing. We're not talking about chump change. We're talking about millions of dollars. And Americans didn't sign up for any of the spending. So while Democrats continue to panic because the jig is up, DOGE continues to fight for necessary spending cuts to pointless programs, including within the Department of Education, which just ditched 29 DEI training grants totaling roughly $101 million.